Hey guys, Tal here. In this video I'll show you overall steps that allow you to migrate SQL database from one host to another. Typically this process would take place when your database team looking to use a new database version or a new host to store SQL database. As a part of migration, you can replace database name and use different version of Microsoft SQL. In my example, I'm going to migrate from SQL 2016 to 2019. You can find more information on the migration process in the product documentation or our support website. To start the process, I will log on to Venafi server and I will see that everything works as expected. I will go ahead and create a request for a new certificate so we can see that whenever a migration takes place, this new certificate will be on the new SQL instance. In my SQL Server Management Studio, you can see that I have connection to two machines. (147) it's my current machine where I have my Venafi and SQL installed. To prepare for SQL migration, I'm going to stop my Venafi services. As well, I'm going to stop my IIS server. Now I'm going to take a backup of my existing SQL database. As you can see here, I have a share to target machine where backup file just was created, and I'm going to copy this backup file to my local machine where my new SQL instance installed. Next, I'm going to restore a SQL database from a backup. Here I will use a new database name to show you that I can change or replace database name, and I'm going to point to my local Venafi tpp.back file. I click on OK, select database instance, and in my case database is relatively small. In your environment the restore can take a little bit longer. Next step is to enable broker. I'm going to property of the database, options, and under service broker I set it as a true value. Back to original Venafi server, I'm going to start Venafi configuration console. And what you see now is that my Venafi configuration console still can connect to a database even services are down. You can see that I use a local host for my SQL connection. To make sure that my Venafi server start and use a new SQL instance, I will stop local SQL. I will run Venafi configuration console again. And this time I will see database configuration recovery wizard. So let's give it a second, and you can see database connection repair. Instead of pointing Venafi application to localhost, I will give it a remote IP address for remote server, and also I need to make sure that database name is appropriate here. My SA username and password is the same for new instance. For this reason I didn't need to adjust a username or password. As you can see, Venafi application was able to connect to a new database on the new server, and now I'm going to start my services. I'm trying to log on to Venafi on the local machine, even database now installed on remote virtual machine. Everything seems okay. I see my certificate 1.venafidemo.com, and to make sure that my logging service works and everything else works, I'm going to create a new certificate on the system that will be processed by Venafi along with remote SQL instance. As you can see, I was able to create a new certificate and everything seems to work same way as it used to work before. In this part of the video, I work around 19.1, and in the next video, I'll show you how we will migrate application server from 19.1 to 20.4. Thank you for watching, and I see you on my next video.